and welcome back to Up the Villa podcast, and welcome to Avfc Daily News. Daily dose of Villa news is what we all require on a daily basis. Absolutely loving life as a Villa fan at the minute. I don't think it's got better in my opinion. It's absolutely fantastic. The anticipation of the new season is approaching very, very quickly, and I can't wait for it. Absolutely cannot wait for it. We have a watch along tomorrow. We'll be going live at 11:30 p.m. So kickoff will be at midnight, sort of whatever way you want to look at it. Midnight tomorrow. So join us, night owls amongst us. We can have a real 90 minutes into the early hours of Monday morning. So that's going to be exciting, watching Aston Villa play Newcastle. Tielemans, Pau Torres, really looking forward to seeing them, looking forward to seeing how the team shapes up as well. Little partnerships, who's partnering with who. Let's get those early indications of what we can look forward to next season and see if we can find a little snippet into what Unai Emery is thinking. But we've got some news, and the title of this one's a funny one. The title fills me with shades on. Monchi picks up the phone. Manchester United can call in. How much? Listen to this title. So funny. So funny. So, Chelsea I move for same player Manchester United were told would cost 100 million plus Marcus Rashford. That is so funny, man. So funny. Monchi, shades on. Yeah, how much you want for Watkins? 100 million plus Rashford, and he's yours. So funny. So Chelsea are reportedly looking to improve their forward line by adding a new striker to their ranks this summer. Chelsea are reportedly weighing up a summer move for Aston Villa striker Ollie Watkins, just weeks after Manchester United were told that it would take a 9-figure transfer fee plus Marcus Rashford to tempt Villa into selling Watkins. Watkins has established himself as one of the Premier League most feared attackers in recent seasons and scored 16 goals in all competitions last time around. And then they go on to say that the fee would be in and around 35 million. Absolutely chatting waffles. So, yes, Villa fans, what are your thoughts on Watkins potentially departing? I will give you mine right now. And he ain't leaving. He's not leaving. I know that Watkins has certain critics amongst the fan base, and I am not one of those people. I really, really rate Ollie Watkins. I rate, first of all, his work rate, his pressing. I think that's second to none. One of the best at doing that in the Premier League. It's fantastic. I think when he's confident and in that purple patch, he's a top striker. And I think last season he had his best season in the Premier League. He went on that massive run, consecutively scoring in those away games. I think we saw a snippet of what he can become and a snippet of what he can become under Unai Emery. I think the Ollie Watkins finished article, we haven't seen it yet. And I think in a season, last season, where there were ups and downs and what he had to overcome at the start of the season with a manager that was just ridiculous. And I imagine that Gerrard was pretty harsh with Watkins. And I think Watkins is sometimes that striker that just needs that little arm around him a little bit to help him out a little bit. I think the manager before him wouldn't give him that, and I think that's where we saw the standoff in performances and team sheets where it was you're there, I want you doing this, and Danny Ings, and it was just a mess. And then when he had that structure of Emery, he went on this massive run of scoring loads of Premier League goals and ending up on 15. So I think a full season under Unai Emery, we are going to see Aston Villa, since Christian Benteke, have a striker that gets 20 goals. I cannot see Ollie Watkins not getting 20 goals next season. He got 15 last season. And 12 of those games at the start of the season was just a complete disaster. So get 5 goals from those 12 games and you've got a 20-goal striker. Now, I know there may be people shouting at the screen saying that we need this type of striker and we need that type of striker and we need this and that. I agree. I agree that we maybe need another striker to come in to offer something a little bit different. But to say that you want an out-and-out goal scorer to come in, I don't know where this striker play. I don't know where this striker is. To get a striker that can come in and score 15, 20 goals next season and try and fire Villa into in and around the champion. I don't know where that striker is. And that striker isn't going to come in to sit alongside an Ollie Watkins. We've seen it with Spurs over the years where, you know, they've tried to recruit another striker and it fundamentally doesn't work, because if you have an out-and-out first-choice striker, it just doesn't work, and I just can't see it. And I rate Ollie Watkins enough to say that he's our first choice striker. I get the squad thing, and on this channel we say we need the squad and we need to rotate, etc. But I think the striker vibes are a little bit different to midfielders and defenders at times. He's our goal scorer. He gets our goals. And I think, yeah, I do want another striker, but there's not another striker that's going to come in to replace Watkins while Watkins is still here. What I'm trying to say is that I rate Watkins really highly, and I think he's going to have a fantastic season. I want a striker or a support striker that come in that can offer something a little bit different, but I don't see him playing it ahead of Ollie Watkins. The other thing that I would say is that the only way I would see Ollie Watkins leaving is if a club would meet the valuation of what we think Ollie Watkins is worth. Now, we're not trying to sell Ollie Watkins. If a bid of 50 million came in for Ollie Watkins, we wouldn't take it, because he's worth more to us than 50 million. His goals are worth more to Villa than 50 million. If a club bid, now I think what we would do is if a team came asking, a little bit like what Manchester United have apparently done, if a club comes and asks the question, how much do you value Ollie Watkins at? 100 million. If you want our top goal scorer, you'll pay 100 million. And if they pay 100 million, then in that instance, I would probably say, you know what, we'd sell him. But we would set an astronomical fee for a club to even think about signing Ollie Watkins. So that's where I'm at. The only way we'd ever sell him is if a club bid something ridiculous, what we ridiculously think he's worth. So that's where I'm at. Ollie Watkins stays our top goal scorer. I see him getting 20 goals this season. England international. He just needs to sign that new deal as well. So that new deal does need signing, and I imagine it will probably be one of those where it gets signed when the window shuts, maybe. That's what I think might happen. So those are my thoughts on Ollie Watkins. I rate him very, very highly. I know a lot of you do as well. So drop me your thoughts on Ollie Watkins. Up the Villa.